Rob and Slim Show.
What's up, dude?
Will. Big Will.
Yo.
Yo,
What's
from
up, Big Will?
1066 The Blast. What's up, dude?
Man, I'm just calling to listen. This segment is going to be the Rob and Slim and Fatso show.
Why? I wouldn't call you fat, Will. You're big boned.
What? Yeah. I'm not fat. I'm just short for my weight.
How big of a guy are you, Will?
Well, I'm okay, man. I'm good. I like to eat.
That's good. Dude, I eat nonstop and I don't gain weight. So I don't know.
Well, my problem is that I do. What the fuck are you guys doing, man? Are we live?
Yes,
Yeah,
we're
we
live. We're drinking. We're rocking, bro. We're rocking. I want to thank you, first of all, for having us on the station. It's amazing. It's amazing. I've listened on your station. Like, I've listened to you guys on your show introducing us and all. It's the best. It's amazing, bro.
Dude, it's cool shit, man. We're glad to have you guys on board, man. It's it's sustaining the numbers throughout. That
was so great when you told me that. When you told me that.
So like when we come off, man, you guys are sustaining the numbers. So
awesome.
So it's really kind of cool, when you build this thing and you network with people, man. You want to align yourself with the deal. So before I even heard you guys, your email was like, hey, do you guys play adult content? And I'm like, oh, fuck, I love these guys.
I didn't know if you guys were on terrestrial radio with the numbers and all, with 1066. I didn't know if that was a real radio station and online, or if it was just online. I didn't know.
No, it's just an internet station.
Cool.
How you can tell the call numbers is because there's no even numbers.
Oh, in
on
real
the
radio.
end of a terrestrial radio station.
So I never knew that. I even worked in radio, and just even flipping through stations, and now that you say it, it always, because I'll click a few up, and it's always two up from 95.5 or whatever. You always go two up.
Yeah, it's all odd numbers.
I never knew that. Wow, that's really cool. Why is that? Do you know? Is there a reason for that, Will?
Because the FCC, when FM radio first came out, if it was on an even number, that was what the emergency broadcast channels were on.
Oh, wow.
For like shortwave radio. So they had to, they couldn't interchange with them.
Oh, wow, dude. Very cool. You are smart.
Little radio history.
Yeah.
But,
we're probably boring everyone to tears, but I love it.
It's cool as shit to have you guys on board, man. The show's performing well on the station, man, and we love it, dude.
Cool.
Thank you guys for having me come on to your show, man.
Oh, dude, absolutely, absolutely. I love your show, too. I didn't know it was you, because when you first messaged me, you said you were going to have us on after, the Rock Assault show, and I didn't realize it was your show. And then the first time I listened, I was like, oh, my God, that's Will. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's me. Realistically speaking, and the coolest thing about that is that the Friday night show that we do, because we're on Rock Assault's on 3 nights a week. It's Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, but it's different sectors, right? So like Tuesday, you have classic rock in the shit show, and then Thursday is like 80s hair rock, and then Friday's the fastest growing rock show in the internet, man.
That's what I heard, bro. Is it all underground, like metal that you guys play? Like, is it stuff that people like send to you, like indie shit, or is it like mainstream?
So when it first started, obviously we were doing the mainstream thing, right? Just to kind of grow and get out there and get our feet wet and this, that, and everything. Right. But, as an artist, I've been in the music business, man, for a long time, dude. And as I started in a garage playing drums with a shitty guitar player, and went on to do some really good stuff, man. Played in some really good bands, toured, and then started my own management company. Went out and continued to tour. Been out with bands. I don't know if I can I mention bands on the air, like band names?
Absolutely.
On you guys' show.
Absolutely.
I've been out with everybody from Hatebreed to Destiny's Child, man, on the road. As far as management and support and stuff like that.
Wow.
So that business did really well. Well, I got to a point in my life where I kind of walked away from the music business a little bit, and so to me, man, the radio station is full circle for me, and I can help everybody, guys like you that just do a podcast, you know what I'm saying, and just talk shit.
Yeah.
And so I really get into supporting the indie bands.
I love it.
And I'm telling you right now, I'm getting hit with about 70 to 80 emails a week of bands all across the world, man, that want to be a part of the Friday night show.
That's awesome, dude. Just like the one time I tuned into you guys, what was that Ned Flanders fucking death metal band, bro?
Oakley Dokley.
And they all have like, don't they all have like Ned names? Like, isn't it like Dead Ned and like something like that?
And they all dress like that too. I've seen like
You've
music
seen them?
videos. Yeah,
Dude, they were awesome. Like, they were awesome.
Dude, it's amazing the shit that comes out of the woodwork, man, to be a part of it. And the coolest thing about it is that the listeners are captivated. Like, the indie bands, I'm telling you guys right now, anybody that's listening, if you think that indie bands aren't the next emergence of music as we know it, you're absolutely wrong. Because the underground indie artists are the ones that are keeping it going on the mainstream. And you see how that's going. The mainstream shows aren't selling out. These indie bands are going out and they're packing houses.
Yeah.
And this is what people are liking because it's organic and it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do agree with that, and like that's not my genre of music. I'm not into death metal, but listening to the bands you guys are playing and the songs, like I was into it, man. It was good stuff. Good stuff.
It really is, and that's what I like about the crossover. You know, is rock and roll. I mean, you know, I'm a music dork, dude, so I listen to everything, man. You might find me rolling down the road listening to an old NWA record, man. You know what I'm saying?
Cool. Yes.
Or you know, you might find me rocking out the Beaver. No, not really. I don't.
That's funny though. We have a friend who's a rapper named Sauce, and he never even listened to rap growing up. All he listened to was metal, and he just says how like it's basically the same. He equates it to the same, like lyric wise and all. Like,
well, you look at some of the most influential heavy metal guys around. Al Jorgensen from Ministry doesn't even listen to rock music.
Wow.
Never has.
Yeah. Wow.
Never listened to outside of his own record and the bands that he tours with. Never listened to it.
Wow.
You would never think that. You would think like if that's your band that you like that kind of music.
Yeah.
You would think so.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But you know,
he's listening to Blondie.
Art comes in all forms, man. So like, you know, you can be one of the greatest spray painters in the world, but find your calling as an interior designer, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just all in how your creativity flows out. And for me, it's talking shit on the radio, man.
What I wanted to ask, as a musician, when you were, what is the craziest thing you've seen go down at a live show?
Okay, so I tell this story. This is the first thing that always pops in my mind. 1996, right? Let's think about Korn and how big they were back then.
Yeah.
We were at this venue, and they come out, and at that time, they always started their show with the track Blind. And I still think that they do in some particular venues. It depends on where they're at or whatever. I don't know. But they started with Blind at that point in time, which was their you know, maiden ship track that everybody knew.
Yes.
And there was always a curtain in front of the stage, so you couldn't see the crowd. I'm standing on the side of the stage, and I'm watching this. And they're playing it, and I'm like, you know, I'm sitting over there jamming, and the curtain drops, and the lights go crazy, and the smoke and shit. And there was like 10,000 people on the floor of this arena. Well, the arena, there was a basketball court, right?
Yeah.
And so they put down this like big 12 by 12 sections of like wood that like tongues together to protect the floor.
Okay.
All of a sudden, the whole entire middle of the floor just disappeared. And I see this from the stage, and I'm looking out, and I'm like, what the hell just happened? Something bad just happened. Those crazy bastards ripped those pieces of floor up off of the basketball court and were crowd surfing. There was like 500 people on each one of them, and they were crowd surfing across the floor.
I thought you were going to say it like fell apart. Oh, my God, that's crazy.
No, they ripped it apart, dude.
Wow.
Dude, I've seen so much shit. We would have to do a 12-hour show to be able to, you know, just to even think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just some of the shit that you see out there is just absolutely insane.
We talked to a band, I don't know if it was last season or the season before. Their name is Mary Tree, and I think it was like while they were performing, I think the stage started coming apart. They said, like, that was pretty crazy. Pretty crazy.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. That happens more often than not. that kind of fail isn't even YouTube worthy anymore because it just happens.
It just happens all the time.
You just be up there jamming on with your bass guitar over there, like, damn, I need a beer. Hey, show me your boobies, and next thing you know, the stage falls down.
We did too. We read a story. I think it was last season about the DJ Deadmau5 who wears that mask, and I think he kicked a kid, not even knowing because he wears the full mask that he can't really see through. And like, I think he kicked a kid into the crowd or something, not knowing. And he was really, really worried that like something bad was going to happen.
Man, it's just crazy. One time we were at this show and I mean, just to kind of touch on that kind of thing, we were at this show and this was back in the early 90s. We were just there catching a band that was coming through town. We weren't actually playing the show. So we were sitting on the side of the stage. And it was like in an opera type of room. And so there was the opera pit, you know?
Yeah.
And this kid jumped up on there, and he fell off the stage and ended up suffering like major brain damage, man, from it. And it was a bad deal.
Wow. Yeah, that is just not a good day. Not a good day at all. God damn.
No,
bro.
man. You know, and that's what I tell people, man. Just be careful, man. You know, having fun isn't worth getting hurt over.
Kind of use your head, yeah. Like, that was one thing. I always went to concerts. I always went to all sorts of concerts back in the 90s, but I never crowd surfed. Never, bro. I was always
dude,
paranoid of that.
you got to do it.
Yeah. That's what all my friends said. They said it's the best rush, but I'm like, I don't know, bro. You got the guy getting dropped. I don't want to be that guy.
You got to do it once. You got to put it on your bucket list.
What about a mosh pit? And you ever get in one of those?
I did the mosh pit thing,
Yeah.
and I never got hurt in one at a concert, but at college, me and my buddies were moshing, and my buddy Danny's shoulder went into my jaw.
Oh, man.
And my tongue got fucking clamped down between my teeth. And I went to the bathroom and I just rinsed out. I thought it was like, you know, when you bite your lip, and blood, just tons of blood came out, and I just fucking freaked out. My one buddy was an EMT, and he said, get the fuck in my car. And he drove like 80 miles an hour with his four-ways on. He drove me to the hospital. I had to get my tongue stitched up and shit, bro.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Well, at least he had his four-ways on, so then, you know, if you got pulled over,
That's what he said.
you know, hey, fuck it. We're drunk, and my buddy was being an idiot in the front room. We were listening to Primus, and we got a little rowdy.
That's exactly what it was. Yes. Just at a dumb party with my buddies. Just started moshing. And yeah, dude. Oh, I just remember that pain was fucking... Just the original hit of the shoulder into the jaw was miserable.
Just you explaining it hurts.
And they were like,
Yeah.
don't smoke and don't fucking eat anything hot because the stitches will like melt. And I went back to my fucking dorm and I smoked a cigarette and all I had was ramen and I ate it. And it hurt though.
And you put...
Don't do this, and he goes and does it immediately.
I'm doing that fucking shit. Fuck you. I'm in college. I know what I'm doing.
That's why I love you guys. I'm that guy. If you put a sticker on the side of the bottle that says "Do not take with alcohol," I'm getting hammered and eating 4 of them.
I just bought a new bottle of absinthe the other day, and the lady at the counter was like, isn't that supposed to kill people? I'm like, yeah, that's why I fucking like it. That's why I like it.
Yeah, piss on it. We all gotta die sometime. So listen, man, you know, since we're kind of in business together, you know, per se, I hear that you guys are stirring up the shit pot out there.
We've done it before. It's no new rodeo for us, but yeah, dude, we've had a couple coming at us over the last couple weeks,
because Ryder said something bad.
No, Ryder tweeted something, and the one dude, he was so shocking. He just tweeted a GIF that was like, oh, I don't care. Like, oh, God. So,
yeah, and I think what Ryder's tweet was, she was kind of promoting her bit that she does for us. So
yes.
And it also mentioned the Kavanaugh trial. So,
because, you know, she does Ryder Reacts. Well, she did a Ryder Reacts about boofing about a year ago. And so she tweeted, you know, who would have known my Urban Dictionary knowledge could have been used in the Kavanaugh trial. And this guy's like, oh, if I could care any less, I would, type of shit. And I just messaged him. Because first of all, we were on the same network. I'm like, let me message him. Like, let's keep it off. But I was like, who is this referring to? What are you doing here? You know, and I was a little I was a little rough, but this guy just was smarmy and just did not stop being a piece of shit. At one point too, Will, he's like, well, we could take it public, but don't be upset when I don't back off. And I was like, okay, so you're just gonna troll me, and that is exactly what happened. He then, like I said, all these other guys there's 4 of them. Well, I call it the 4 Trolls Network because it's 4 of them, and they're 4 trolls. So hopefully they'll pick up more trolls along the way. But
well, hopefully they're listening now.
Oh, you know they are because they listened last week. They listened last week, and
I love it.
And what's great is last week.
Basically, you got a bunch of guys in a group that do podcasts, right?
Yeah.
And they're pissed off about all this stuff, and really what they're saying is they want Ryder to give them a discount card to her phone line so they can, because their podcast isn't making any money,
right?
So they can get a free ride to Jack the Piss Pump while they talk to her on the phone. That's what you're telling me?
I think at one point she said, if you want to continue this conversation, call me. But even I think someone's starting to say, well, last week I called them out. We have the number right on our screen. We go live every week. You could have called. But they didn't call last week, and they didn't call this week. Especially after I called them out, and they fucking listened to the segment. So who's a fucking pussy? Who's a crybaby?
Oh, my God. So now next they're going to be hammering us on Twitter, probably.
You want that? Well, you can have some of that. I'll share it with you, bro.
No, here's the thing. Is I come ready to roll, man. So the last person that started talking shit on my radio station on the internet got served with papers of defamation of character from my attorney, and they quickly backed off.
Excellent, dude.
Wait,
excellent.
What happened? Yeah, I want to know that story
Tell
now.
us that story, Will.
So let's just say that I parted ways with somebody that was affiliated with the station.
Yeah.
And they decided that they were going to go on and start talking bad about, my wife and me and the station and everything else and this, that, and everything. Now, keep in mind, we're backed by Victory Records, Curtain Call Records, Well Magazine, you name it. I mean, the list of music industry relations that we have just goes deep, 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 deep.
That's impressive.
And I didn't even know what was going on. Well, a guy that oversees all the social media for the group was like, hey, just so you know, they've already been emailed and strongly advised to shut up.
Yeah, that's shitty. Like, you don't start personal things like that.
Yeah,
like, no.
Going into somebody's wife. Yeah, no. That shouldn't.
Listen, I'll talk shit with you all day long.
Yeah.
I'm a big enough guy. I'm a big enough man. I don't get offended. I don't care. You can say anything that you want to. I don't care.
Yes.
But if you disrespect my wife or my children,
yes,
we're going to take things a whole different level.
Exactly. We can take it to whatever level you like. Exactly.
Your problem with me is you're just mad because you can't top me in a talk shit contest, so now you want to try to kick me in the nuts. Well, you've got a better chance of just kicking me in the nuts and surviving it and talking bad about my family.
Yeah, agreed.
That's how we roll in the Midwest, man. We'll take you to the back 40 and put an ass whipping on you. We don't care.
Yeah.
We just don't care, man.
So he just kept going?
There's a patch of tall grass somewhere.
Yeah. Did he just keep going with it, like, after he was advised not to?
No. They just kind of disappeared from my life. And it's not really that they even mattered anyway. They just became irrelevant. You know?
Well, that's another thing. Yeah, too. These guys just keep coming at me on Twitter, and it's like, really? Like, how long do you want to drag this out?
Yeah, they're not gaining anything from it. They're just making themselves look more and more pathetic.
I said that, too. I said, yeah, you're really sounding network.
Now, hang on a second, though. Maybe it's a smart play, guys, because you guys are killing them number-wise. You guys are in the same group. They see this shit.
We're the bigger fish.
And so they're going to try to stir up controversy with you to try to direct listeners to their show to see what they're going to say about you.
The other thing, too, Will, though, like you said, like, yes, Ryder, she contributes to our show. We've done interviews. We love her. She's one of our sponsors. And also, like, not only are they going after her, which they've been doing, but they also will mention all of our guests, like, in all their tweets. Like, they will. Like, that's just so shitty. Really? Or do you think you're going to, like, get these guests like over this? Like, do you think people are going to be attracted to your show by doing this? Like, it's so trashy.
I want to take this moment to say this. At Big Will Reed on Twitter, that's where I'm at Big Will Reed. You want me to say it again?
Yeah,
at
one more time.
Big Will Reed.
Do you even follow me? I'm mad now, Will. You only follow me from 106.6.
Yeah, man, but that's the station page. They don't really want to talk shit on there because that'll get them in trouble. They want to talk shit, they can come out of my personal shit.
All right.
They really don't want to get into a war, you know. What are these guys' podcasts about? Like, they
are groundbreaking.
Spider-Man game or something.
Yeah. Dude, they're groundbreaking. Well, one of them can't even spell right in their bio on Twitter, and they are just, the guy's crazy. He's schizophrenic or something. One of them's a politics show. There's a Democrat and a Republican host. That's crazy. One of them is like Chicken Hawk. Like they combine two animals. Like that's there's a weekday in there. It's like Wednesdays with Chicken Hawk. Like that's some good shit. And the other's just the network, which I don't think they do a podcast. The No Funny Network or whatever they are.
I think it's funny. You know, when you get involved in those networks and it's supposed to be everybody working together, and there's always those people that are like, you know, they just take everything so seriously. You know, I said last night on the air, you know, I could tell you, and this is true shit, man. I could say anything in the world. I could tell you that a goddamn missile was about ready to land in your front yard, and it actually be true, and nobody gives a shit. But the minute I say something bad about the Dallas goddamn Cowboys, I get more hate mail than I ever care. Jesus Christ. What's wrong with people? Just learn how to take a goddamn joke, man. Shit. I just would like to remind everybody listening that this is the varsity team. You're tuned in to the Rob Slim and Fatso segment.
The only thing, Will, I'm saying, like, yeah, I had a disagreement with the show. Like, do you think, like, if I disagreed with the show on 106.6, would you message me? And if I didn't, comply to whatever, would you kick me off your station because of that? Like, I don't think that has anything to do. I don't think that should.
No. I would, no, hell no, because every time you tune in, it's a number that I can show my sponsors. I'll take your money to the bank.
That's what I'm saying, bro. People are going to tune in for that shit.
I don't have to like you to get paid, man.
I ain't going to start shit with you or any show, but I'm just saying, if it ever happened. Like, the only thing was, like, I was like, what are you doing? I don't tweet shit, talking shit to people that I don't know. Like, I don't do that at all. So why is it okay for you to? Like, you know, like, I just don't do that. So whatever.
Well, because maybe they'll blame it. Maybe they were taking Ambien. It worked for Roseanne. You know? I mean, you never know what kind of assholes you can run to out there. Yeah. You just got it. Man, listen.
There's plenty of them.
You guys' show is top-notch. This is the goddamn varsity team. And if you want to play games on the varsity field, man, you got to step it up. That's all I'm saying.
You got to play with the big boys. Yeah, I love too when you said you first had us coming to your station. You said you wouldn't even let anybody listen to it. You only let your wife check us out before. Like you even kept it like a surprise from your co-host. Cool. Like you were just so excited to get us on.
My wife was the only one that heard it when you guys sent the first email over, man, to run it. My wife was the only one that heard it, and we sat there. And we just laughed our asses off.
Awesome.
And I love too when you said you find yourself sometimes listening and just screaming like you're arguing with us, like you're in your car listening, and you're just like
it's like a train wreck. I don't want to look and listen to it, but I can't.
You can't look away. Yeah, dude, I love that. That is the best fucking compliment ever, dude.
You guys. Man, but definitely, man, welcome to the Blast, man. 106.6 The Blast. I'm going to go ahead and plug that right now, man. I am the host of the most radio, man. CEO, program director, and on-air personality at the shit show known as 106.6 The Blast. Free app download, man. Get your ass over there. Download it. You don't got room on your phone because you're downloading porn. I get that. Go to 106 Real Rock Radio. You can listen right there, man, while you're watching porn. Nothing better than a little bit of metal and some porn. And, man, you can catch Rob and Slim every Friday night, man. The rerun of this show, man, every Friday night like clockwork at 9 o'clock Central Time, man.
Will, you are amazing, brother. Thank you. Thank you so much for having us, and thank you for talking to us.
Oh, shit, anytime. So we started a new bit, and you need to do a better job answering your goddamn phone because you ruined it for me. We started a new bit
Yes,
after the first time we called you.
Yeah.
That at some random point in the show, we're going to prank call you live.
Okay. You better. Right. Yeah, no, I didn't answer because I didn't recognize the number, but yeah. Oh, shit.
We're just going to randomly prank call you, dude. Fuck it. We're going to get one. Whenever I run out of something to talk about, I'm going to prank call you.
I'll get you Slim's number too, brother.
Yeah, do it. Slim, dude, it's good to talk to you, man.
You
too,
man.
It was awesome, Will. Thank you.
Thank you, Will.
You guys fucking... Hey, listen, I do got a question for you, though, man.
Okay.
This is going to dork you out radio shit. What kind of mixer are you running?
A Yamaha.
How many channels is that thing?
I believe it is, now I'm going to have to count. It should be a 12.
Jesus Christ, Slim, just look at it.
It says it. I know, it says it. It says 1 through 12. I got to count this.
Really?
One.
Hard to find.
Two.
Yeah, it's a 12 channel. And it's great because I used a Behringer for a while. We went through 2 Behringers and they both broke on me.
It was like every year these Behringers were just not working.
One broke twice. Like I sent it to get fixed and then it worked for a good 4 months and then broke again.
Yeah,
but the Yamaha we're on year 2 and it's perfect. I have no issues with that.
You guys, what I really like about it, man, because I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, unless you guys are running through an interface, it's a USB mixer, is it not?
Yep.
Yes.
So you guys, man, you guys' sound is just awesome out of that thing.
Thank you.
I mean, the way it comes through on the podcast is just amazing.
Cool. So I mean,
that's good feedback. I'm glad to hear that.
So the thing is, what you're hearing now, the sound is different from when I produced the audio because I do a few compression things and a couple of things to change the audio when I actually put the show up and when I send it to you.
Right.
So
well, yeah. I mean, I figure that, but even the raw sound, when stuff that you hear through the Facebook Live is piped through the mixer, right?
Yeah. Yep.
The mics sound great. They're not too hot. They don't cut out. I mean, good job, man.
Awesome. Thank you. All right,
good job on that.
Let everybody know where they can find you.
Get to your next guest. Get a real guest on this motherfucker, man, and have a good show.
You are a real guest. Well, don't sell yourself short.
Hey, man, I love you guys, man. Thanks for being a part of my family.
Thank you. Let everybody know where they can find you real quick, Will.
Do what?
Let everybody know where they can find you.
Man, you can find me anywhere. You can find me on Facebook, 106.6 The Blast, Instagram, 106.6 The Blast. You can find me on Twitter at 106.6 The Blast. Unless you want to talk shit with me, that's at Big Will Reed. Come at me, bruh.
Awesome.
We're everywhere, man. We're world goddamn wide, and we're rocking. I mean, we're just running around in camo speedos, and we're redneck metal mafia our way through the goddamn world, man. And Robin Slim, keeping it rolling, man, with the funny. You got Revolution Radio on our show, man. That's keeping the funny going. Man, there's just something for everybody all over the place, man. And you can find me anywhere, man. I'm endorsed by Dirtbag Clothing. If you want to join the Dirtbag family, dirtbagclothing.com. Go buy a goddamn T-shirt, man. A brother got to get paid.
All right. All right. Awesome, Will. Take care, man.
Hey, thanks, guys.
All right. We're going on break.